Why am I getting permission denied in the Linux terminal? Have you ever tried to run a command in the Linux terminal only to be met with the frustrating message, permission denied? This common issue can leave you scratching your head. Let's break down what this means and how to resolve it. The permission denied error occurs when your current user account lacks the necessary rights to access, modify, or execute a file or directory. Linux is designed as a multi-user operating system, which means it has strict permission rules to keep the system secure and stable. Each file and directory has specific permissions assigned to different categories of users. These categories include the owner, who is the user that owns the file, the group, which is a set of users grouped together, and others, which refers to everyone else. Each category can have read, write, and execute permissions. If your user account does not have the required permission for the action you are trying to perform, you will see the permission denied message. Common reasons for this error include insufficient user privileges, where your account simply does not have permission to perform the action. It could also be due to file ownership, meaning the file is owned by another user or group, and your account is not authorized to access it. Sometimes, permissions are set too restrictively, preventing access altogether. Another frequent cause is trying to execute a file without the necessary execute permission. For instance, if you are attempting to run a script, it needs execute permission to run properly. Additionally, security configurations like Security Enhanced Linux or Secure Shell settings can block access even if the file permissions seem correct. To diagnose and fix this issue, you can start by checking the current permissions of the file using the command lsl filename. This command will show you the owner, group, and permission settings. If you find that you need to modify permissions, you can use the chmod command to add the necessary read, write, or execute rights. If you need to change ownership, the chown command allows you to take ownership of the file or directory. In cases where elevated privileges are required, you can prefix your commands with sudo to run them as the root user. It is also wise to review your system security settings, as features like Security Enhanced Linux or Secure Shell configuration files might restrict access. For example, if you try to run a script and receive the permission denied message, it often indicates that the execute permission is missing. You can add this permission by running chmod plus x script name. If you still cannot access the file, using sudo may be necessary to run the command with root access. When it comes to installing software via the terminal on Linux distributions, encountering permission denied is quite common. This usually happens when you attempt to install or modify system-wide software without root privileges. Package managers like Advanced Package Tool, YellowDog Updater Modified, or Dandified Yum requiring elevated permissions, so it is essential to prepend your commands with sudo to gain the necessary access. In essence, the permission denied error means your user account does not have the required permission to perform the requested action on a file or directory. Understanding and managing Linux permissions, ownership, and security settings is key to resolving these errors and effectively using the Linux terminal.